Good morning. Good morning. It's a beautiful Friday, and I hope and believe everyone is excited because it's the end of the week, anyways, and everyone is looking good. It's a Friday. We all have to look good. In form of introductions, my name is Dumsani Njobo Mamba. I'm a psychiatric nurse by training. I'm a mental health practitioner. I'm a mental health advocate. I'm a mental health educator, and also I'm a young person and an aspiring entrepreneur. So I am very much honored to be given the privilege and the honor to speak to you guys today on this very auspicious event. I'm really, really excited and I'm really, really happy and feel so privileged to have the opportunity to speak to all of you. And with that being said, I would like to sincerely apologize to everyone in the room that I could not be able to attend physically due to other work commitments, which hindered my presence to be part of you and be amongst you and learn from you and have this good day together. And I'll be speaking to you today about mental health. You probably, the moment I say psychiatric nurse, was like, oh my God, he's going to be speaking about crazy people or craziness or insanity. Well, you got it all wrong, because I'm not here to speak about insanity or craziness. I'm here to speak about how well we can be, how much wellness we need, how much, as an entrepreneur, you need to take care of yourself. So, in the long and short of it, we are going to speak about mental health, mental well being, mental wellness for entrepreneurs, particularly budding entrepreneurs, which is the entry level in entrepreneurship. So, without any further ado, I would like us to do a brief introduction on what mental health is. I'm not going to be wasting your guys' precious time because, for business people, every second that passes by is money lost if they are not doing anything valuable towards business. But this time around, I think this is much valuable towards business. So, you guys are investing right now. Take it easy. By form of introductions, we'll speak about what mental health is, what mental wellness is, and then we speak about all the areas around mental health relating to entrepreneurship. By simple definition, what is mental health? Mental health is not the mere absence of mental ill health. It is basically the when your five strong pillars as an individual are in a harmonious working relationship. Did you get that? It's when your five pillars as an individual are in a harmonious working relationship. We basically have five pillars as an individual where we say these are the five cornerstones of what makes you you. And when those five parts are in a harmonious working relationship, which literally translates to them working together, them having a proper understanding, them sharing responsibilities, them sharing duties in making sure that you have a sound day-to-day living, you've got societally acceptable behavior, you are able to meet the demands of life, you are able to meet the demands of environmental psychosocial stressors, and you are able to cope under strenuous and stressful conditions that life may bring, particularly as an entrepreneur. So one may be asking, what are those five pillars which Dumsani is speaking about? As an individual, the five pillars are with everyone. No one is exempted from those. You cannot come and say, well, I'm young, I do not have those, or I'm too old, I now no longer have them, or my business is fully established, I don't have the last one. They are basically what makes us who we are. So when you speak about these five pillars, I would say you can draw a circle right now so we can properly understand it better. And with your circle, you partition it into five parts. We'll just be filling up the names or the spaces of the pillars we'll be talking about. I'll start with the very easy one when you're speaking about the pillars. There is the pillar of physical. This is the component which we speak about when we say this is the physical body. We literally meaning the what you can see, the what you can touch. If we were speaking computer language, this is the hard drive, and the physical is what actually makes us visible, what makes people see us, what makes us present. That's the physical. And then the second other pillar, it's the emotional. This is when we speak about feelings, what the physical body exhibits externally from what it is feeling internally. When we're speaking about mood, the affect, this is how I feel. This is me being sad. This is me being happy by you looking at me, which is exhibited in the physical body. It's coming from the internal, which are feelings, feelings we cannot touch. So this is the second pillar of an individual. And we're moving on to the next one, which is the psychosocial pillar. This is where we're speaking about relationships. And hear me right on this one. When we're speaking about relationships, we are not speaking about relationships person to person only. We're speaking about relationships on the environment and other human beings, or should I say any other thing existing around you which you can physically touch. So this is you having a relationship with the physical aspect of life, be it the body, be it human beings, be it animals, be it trees. You have a relationship with all of those, and that is part of your psychosocial environment. And moving on to the next one, we have the cognitive processes. With the cognitive, this is the head office, where everything is processed, the thoughts, the imaginations, the fantasies, the intervention ideas, where all of these things we say your brain is working, they are all coming from the cognitive side of you as an individual. And then we've got the very last part of an individual, which is the spiritual one. And when we speak about spirituality, most often than not, we usually make this one terrible mistake of mistaking spirituality for religion. With spirituality, we are speaking about beliefs and faith. This is what you are believing in, and this is what you have faith in as something that can make things happen in a space where you can no longer make anything happen. Okay, that's enough of mental health education and mental health psychometrics. Getting into the subject of the matter, with those 5 parts I've spoken about, as an entrepreneur, one would ask, how does all of those fit into my life as an entrepreneur? The honest truth is, it fits in every possible part of your life. Because like I said, it is part of an individual, and it is what makes a person in its individualistic state. So when we're speaking about businesses, I've been trying to bring myself up to speed about business and entrepreneurship. There are a couple of things I picked, different modems in businesses, but one of the most interesting ones, even in businesses, there are pillars that make a business function. So the question is, if a business has pillars, why wouldn't you as an individual have pillars for your sustainability and growth? The answer is simple. You cannot entertain business pillars if your pillars are not entertained. And this is where we speak about mental well-being, self-care, self-awareness, self-confidence, self-esteem, taking care of yourself as an individual in order for you to be able to take care of your business, which is literally a baby coming from your cognitive side, manifesting through the physical, affecting your emotions, somehow involved with your spirituality, and in the long short of it, it is something that is going to create a psychosocial relationship with your environment, because you cannot create a business that's going to be existing in an island. Businesses need you to be very much strong psychosocially, because you need to sell to people, you need to sell your ideas, you need to market, you need to make revenue. And you cannot make revenue if your psychosocial aspect of things is not up to scratch, which actually translates to how you run a business. So I'm going to speak about a couple of things. The first thing I'll speak about is you as self. Speaking about how do you make yourself a strong or a staunch budding entrepreneur. The first thing is you need to know who you are. This is where we speak about self-awareness. And when you're speaking about self-awareness, I'm not speaking about you knowing yourself as my name is Dumsani Njobo Mamba. That's not you. That's your name. And when we want to know you as an entrepreneur, for you as an entrepreneur, it's a total different story. You need to introduce yourself in a way that anyone will leave knowing what's your business. When they say mind your business, they literally mean it when you're in entrepreneurship, because you need to mind your business, because minding your business literally says you need to tell everyone about your business. And in you doing that, you need to have self-awareness as an individual. You need to understand yourself. You need to know your strengths. You need to understand what you need to present about you, your presentability, your humor, your sense of socializing. All of these things, they make you who you are. And that cannot be done without self-esteem. When you're starting a business, you need to have developed a bit of self-esteem, which is basically the backbone of you standing in front of people and telling them, ladies and gentlemen, I'm an entrepreneur. You cannot do that without self-esteem. And the second thing is you need confidence. And in entrepreneurship, confidence is in two forms. You need to be confident in your idea. This is what I'm bringing to the table. This is the problem I want to solve. You need to be confident in it. And the second aspect is you need to be confident in you as the deliverer of the message. A message delivered with less confidence is not a product worth buying in. And a product worth everything, if it is not delivered properly, means nothing. So you realize that as a business person, you have a double burden. You need to be taking care of yourself and you need to be taking care of the business side of things, which literally calls for you to have double the effort, double the strength, which then brings me to the part whereby we speak about the problems young entrepreneurs face in this real life. The main and the bigger problem usually come from anxiety, which is you being anxious about whether my business is going to be successful or not. Me being anxious about what people think. Do they think this business idea is worth it? Do they think this business idea is going to prosper? Do they think this business idea can be done by a person like me? Am I worth being called a business person? The second guessing of yourself, those are signs and symptoms of anxiety, which is one of the biggest problems we face as young people, even besides the scope of entrepreneurship, but it is more predominant with entrepreneurship. So this is one of the things we literally have to look into as young entrepreneurs, that how do we deal with anxiety? The next issue that we are faced with as young entrepreneurs is stress. The thing of playing around about saying, oh yeah, I'm okay, but stressed, when it comes to entrepreneurship, it's a real thing. You are real stressed because you are not comfortable with whatsoever is going on. You are always thinking, what if I fail? What if it works? Now I have the money. What do I do with the money? Do I need to show my lifestyle? Do I need to upscale how I look? All of these things, they cause you stress. It's entrepreneurship, and it's much more bad at the entry level, where all of us are at the moment. Look at me being inclusive, thinking I am a budding entrepreneur. Well, I am actually. And looking at the other element, it's the element of pressure. When we're speaking about pressure, there are multiple pressures. There is social pressure. There is peer pressure. There is professional pressure. There is environmental pressure. One would ask me a question, what's the difference between social pressure and peer pressure? With social pressure, this is the pressure you're getting from the people who are outside of your working space. And in this case, we are saying they are not your peers because they are not in business, but they are your peers in the social space in real life. So this is me having friends who do not buy into my business idea, me having friends who think this thing is not going to work, and they're putting pressure on me. Sometimes the pressure is positive pressure to the form of affirmativeness, but in most cases, you find that you are isolated with negative pressure socially. And then you've got peer pressure, whereby since we are in this room, there are people who are having their businesses booming, and there's you on the other side who you always hang out with them, but your business is not really taking off, and you're feeling the pressure, you're feeling the heat. It's like they are putting you under pressure to do things which you think you cannot probably be able to do, but you can do more, and you are going to do more because you have confidence in yourself, you have confidence in your business idea, and your self-esteem is in check with your cognition. So that's the other pressure I spoke about. And then there's also environmental pressure, where the environment where your business is situated is hitting hard on you. You are in a space whereby people are not going to be nice to you. If you are selling fat cakes, someone comes in and sell fat cakes with archer next door. They sell fat cakes with cheese. They sell fat cakes with coloring. And now you feel like, the pressure is mounting. I'm not going to take this thing. I'm not going to survive. Hey, my guy, you are going to survive because you have self-belief, you have faith in yourself, you've got courage, you've got the strength, you are built in a way that will say, deal with pressure, cope with this thing, because when you got into business, you subscribe to all of it. Are we together? So these are the most predominant thing I would say we need to take care of, or we need to look out for. And then one would say, Dumsani, you've presented about all the problems we face as entrepreneurs, and we know all of them. What's the solution? The solution is look at yourself. That's where the solution is. The moment you realize who you are and you understand your strengths and weaknesses, which is one of the things I believe as you entered into business, you were told about, a SWOT analysis, strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. You need to do that for yourself as an individual. Once you have done that, you have done 75% of planning for your business in order for it to prosper. So you look at the SWOT analysis of yourself as an individual, align it to the SWOT analysis of your business. And most often than not, you should not have the same weaknesses for your business and the same weaknesses for yourself. What is a weakness for your business should be a strength for you, or something you need to work on to make sure your business survives. Because truth be told, your business is entirely dependent on your personality and your personal strength in mental well-being. So with that being said, there are a couple of things you can do to keep up and make sure your mental health is up to standard. Personally, I'm doing one of them. I'm talking to you guys right now. It helps. Going out, speaking out to people, hanging out with people, refreshing, having a hobby. Bigger problem we have with entrepreneurship, people, you guys think once you start a business, your hobby is innovation, interventions, ideas. You still need to have a life. Live. Go out there, have fun. Meet people. Share jokes. Be a humorous one, be the crazy one if they want to. But as long as it is going to help you to unwind, do it. And find time to self-introspect, not be self-critical. You know, most of the time, entrepreneurship people, we get in the space whereby we feel like we are failing ourselves. We are not doing enough. We are failing. We are not that good enough. You are good enough because you are in it. So these are some of the things. And sometimes, you know, you'll be feeling like, oh, I feel like reading a book. One of these good days, just don't read a book about business. Don't read a book about business. Read a book about jokes, crazy books to unwind and refresh your mind, your thought processes. Remember, your cognitive aspect is the most critical one when it comes to intervention and innovation. Refresh it. Because your emotions, you're going to hang out with people, you're going to have your mjolo to take care of you, you know, you're going to have family to talk to. Your emotional aspect is taken care of. Who is taking care of your cognitive aspect? Spirituality, you'll be going to church to do all of these things. If you believe if you believe in the moon, you'll stand outside, stay in the universe, and you feel a bit refreshed. If you believe in a lot of things, most of the things have a way. If the physical body, you're going to take a bath, you do massages, you go play football, you go pamper yourself, manicure, pedicure, makeup. You're taking care of the physical body, but you usually forget taking care of the cognitive. We need to do that. We need to unwind, refresh, open your space, think about things. And in that way, you are going to make success out of yourself by feeling every day refreshed. If you want to enjoy business, don't do business as a job. Do business as a hobby, but a hobby you're taking seriously. I usually make an example about football players. When they go to work, they go to work, and when they get to work, they play. Did you understand that? They go to work, and when they get to work, they play. And for you as an entrepreneur, you do not want to be the kind of a person who is never outside of work, which is a big weakness and a big problem we have as entrepreneurs, particularly budding entrepreneurs. We do not sleep because we feel like, how do I sleep when I still don't have money? They'll be telling you rich people don't sleep. Where are we to see them when they're not sleeping? They do sleep. If they were not sleeping, they would have been dead from depression, from burnout, from frustrations, from all of these other things I've mentioned. It literally says they have a way of taking care of their bodies. And they sleep more now because they are rich. The niche with money is once you get it, it will generate itself and reinvest itself. That's why you'll see them in Miami, in Greece, in the islands, hanging out in Cape Town. And what are you doing? You are here being self-critical of yourself. Don't do that. You are a young, successful person. You are the next big thing. If I was there, I was going to tell you that, you know, like they do in church, like touch yourself, like pamper yourself, tap in your shoulder, like, yes, I'm the next big thing. Because yes, you are. It is because you are here right now that it means you've taken steps in being the next big thing. So do not let it slide now. I'm not trying to be shouting at you, but if it feels like I'm shouting at you, then kudos. I've made it. I needed to shout at someone before the end of the week, and if you felt that way, then you've just been a victim of someone who had a mission and who had an aspiration and a goal. Mission accomplished to me. And in my last few words, I'm going to say, you are bigger than the problems you have in front of you. Your business idea, solutions, and interventions in making it bigger and better is entirely lying in you taking care of yourself and being mentally fit. For you being mentally fit, it only requires one thing. Just one thing. Self-care. Do not become a slave of your own idea. The business is your idea. So do not become a slave of your own idea. Be the driver of your own idea, the way you created it, the way you projected it, which is why when you are establishing a business, you have a vision. Take that vision and have it under control. Have a spell on how you have this vision going to manifest. Mission, objectives, and then you break down the objectives into activities. This is what I'm going to do. And one of the activities is basically you being where you are right now. Look at the person next to you and tell them, you have made it. Now we'll just go back to the last one bit of everything. This is me summing up. I know that the timekeeper is looking at me in the very evil eye, if I may say, but I know the timekeeper is a very nice person, you know. So timekeeper, sorry for chowing in your time, but this one last one is for all of us. Take care of your physical aspect of the 5 pillars, because this is where we see how much you are taking care of yourself. The body, look nice, dress nice, feed it good, take care of it. Make sure you nurture your psychosocial aspect of it, because this is how we relate to you. And as a business person, you need to create relationships. Once you have done that, invest with positive emotions, love people, like people, enjoy being around people, share ideas, be emotionally upbeat. And once you have done that, be cognitively aware of your environment. Hang out in spaces where it's going to feed your cognition to success and make you feel like you are making growth. Growth shouldn't be about you gaining weight and looking tall and dark, tall and handsome, beautiful, cute face. Growth is not about that in business. Growth is about expanding your business idea and making it a force to be reckoned with. And the last bit is feed your spirituality. Do not let your spirituality enslave you by you feeling like everything you are doing is failing because you do not subscribe fully to your higher power, whatever that may be. One last bit of statistic. 72% of entrepreneurs are directly or indirectly affected by mental illness because we do not have time to take care of ourselves. We take care of the business, mental well-being and physical well-being, marketing well-being, profit making, and we forget that the business will make profit, but the moment you cannot think of the ideas to make profit, it will be the end of the business. No matter how good the idea will be, an idea without a driver is nothing. Go buy a Lamborghini and leave it in the highway and see if anyone will be excited about it when it doesn't have wheels. Take out the engine, it remains a Lamborghini. Without the engine, it's nothing. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful Friday. Thank you. And my utmost sincere appreciation to the organizers of this event. I know they are doing this out of goodwill, out of loving young people's development, youth professional development, young entrepreneurs. Kudos to that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. A big round of applause to everyone in the room, particularly the budding entrepreneurs. It's all about you. Much love. Bye-bye.